Good morning. Hello, Lori. What's up? First out the gate. All right. Who's coming towards you this week? Their energy and feelings and intentions towards you. Every Monday I do this. I'm looking at the energy of the week, and then I'll look at, your person or who's in your energy. Plus, I've been doing, since we're in retrograde still, no contact, Aries through Pisces for each zodiac sign. So I will pull out of my yes, no deck to see what the energy is around them and if there's a possibility. Remember, no contact can be difficult. Because if you've been no contact for a long time, I mean, obviously we got to sit in reality. But anything is possible. So I will do that for you, Aries through Pisces for each zodiac sign. All right. So we do start Aries off I'm going to start today at 2:22 and let people come in, and the timestamps will be up at the end. I will be going live at 4 today with super chats. Mondays get pretty busy pretty quick. They're already kind of full. Well, not really. There's quite a few up there. So if you get up there now during this live stream, you're definitely going to get in within the first hour or so that I am live. So I am having a good day today. Soul Circle, happy Monday. And Blue Lucci. Yes, we have a very good week coming in. This is gonna, probably more by the weekend. But we have the new moon, and we have St. Patty's Day tomorrow, which I'm half Irish, so I gotta give some of my love to the Irish. Me Irish, right? I don't know. Whatever. The rest is Italian. I am pretty cheerful, right? It's kind of nice outside here in Florida. We got breeze. I got the window open, so it's giving me a nice. I get claustrophobic, and when I'm up, when I first started my channel, I used to go outside. Remember, and it's like it gets too hot in Florida. But I get kind of claustrophobic up here, sitting I could never do an office job. And that's what this has become, sort of an office type of situation. So anyways, you got rain coming. We've been having like spouts of downpours, like for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the typical Florida stuff. All right. Hello, April. Amor, what's up? All right. So, where's my banners? So I'm trying to, Fridays, I'm going to do the quick one card pulls. But for Mondays, I'm definitely going to go in. It takes a little bit longer because I do the Aries through Pisces portion. But I am going to try and keep it quick and let's go. Let's get to the point. It was rude. What was rude? Oh, you got snow yesterday. That is rude, Carissa. How rude. I can't express how much I love your personality. Oh my God. All right. Well, that's right. You're up in the Midwest. All right, so let's see. Let's get 333. And it's so cold today. If we get a nice breeze, I'm sorry to brag. I'll send some of it your way. Aries, let's get going. All right. So Aries, we got the week, the Irish, the luck. Let's see what's coming in for you this week. Any luck of the Irish? All right. I know. You're like, rude. Snow at this time? We don't need snow at this time. All right, look at this overall energy here, the Knight of Cups. So you have a very good chance this week. Things you love coming in, things turning around, somebody trying to, play it. Be careful of smooth moves, though. This is my smooth guy, gal, whatever. And it's like just trying to play their cards right. Like you don't know, you might not see something come in with somebody in your awareness. They got their eyes on you. This can be your charmer. So according to the rest of the reading, the cards that come up, be cautious. This one here can love at first sight type of energy, but it's also a very beautiful card to get if you're in a relationship or something's developing between you and somebody. I really got feelings for you, and I'm just trying to play my cards right. Okay. So you have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We got Judgment underneath that. So already with the intro there, use your judgment wisely this week when it comes to this love of yours. All right. So let's see their thoughts, feelings, and intentions. I have the Hermit. It looks like somebody's had some time to really think about things. Their feelings. The Queen of Cups, a lot of water energy coming through for you. And intentions this week, Knight of Wands. All right, so it looks like somebody's pushing the envelope with you this week. All right. And I'll see if there's any challenges and what you should do regardless to see, how to play. Because I love to focus on what you should do to follow the polarity of the energies and how to work with this energy to get the best outcome that you're looking for. So right now it does look like you have somebody who's in high vibe. I like it. All right. And yeah, people can say that this is your F-boy energy, but depending on what other energies come around it. And it does look like you have somebody that has more than just that for you. It's like, I'm really into this. My feelings are growing for you. Strong Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You have Virgo, you have Knight of Wands, so you have fire energy too. So what we are seeing though is very passionate energy and very romantic energy. So some of you have been looking forward to that. Maybe this is a real step up from what you've been getting lately. And but let's see the biggest challenge this week with that energy. 7 of Swords, it's the same thing. Can you trust it? So let's see what Spirit thinks you should do around this situation. And I see the 8 of Swords. All right. Look, don't force it. This is kind of a clear message here. For some of you, there's a really nice energy coming in that can swoop you off your feet. We're still in the retrograde energy, and you have somebody here. There's no doubt in my mind that they don't find you very attractive, and there's a lot of potential here. But I do have this Hermit energy, which is somebody who tends to pull their energy back when things get too spicy or things get too real. Now, I'm seeing a lot of mental energy. Somebody here still not being 100% honest about their feelings for you. So this tells me that you're still in the green. You're still in the go with this person. So I wouldn't jump in for some of it too quickly, all right? But I would just be cautious. The 8 of Swords is telling me some of you have some fears here, like you're not sure if you should take action first, and you have a lot of doubts around a situation. So what this tells me is that if you're highly doubting and the judgment card's coming up for you, and you're really saying, it looks like you might have that person coming back into your life this week, and you're still kind of uncertain about whether or not you can trust them. So yes, they're coming in. The energy looks good for you. It looks like they want to have some fun. They really are deepened in their feelings for you. But what I'm not seeing is potential for a serious commitment just yet. So play what you want with that energy, but I do see the 7 of Swords. So you may want to ask some questions with your person this week, because the 7 of Swords is showing me that somebody's not being 100% transparent. But like I said, that could be good. That could just be somebody's not ready to open up their feelings. They're kind of, just playing it, testing the waters. I think that was your reading yesterday. If you guys listened to your reading on Sunday I did for you, I think it did say testing the waters. And now that I'm seeing that, it looks like somebody is really kind of testing you this week. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. And if you're in no contact with somebody, let's see if the energy changes this week. Well, you got spicy mode. All right. So Aries through Pisces. What's the potential? What's the energy? And the potential intentions of reaching out this week if you are in no contact for this portion. All right. So I have Aries. Look at this. Knight of Wands. Look at the synchronicity. So in my readings, I like to pay attention to that. And you have Knight of Wands, which is really strong for you this week. So it looks like you're going to have some fun this week. Sexual energy, going somewhere, exploring, having a good time. I am just seeing, be cautious if you're looking for solid commitment right now. It may still be too soon to tell in a relationship how long it could last. All right. So we have a yes for an Aries, possibly reaching out, no contact. Aries, there could be somebody trying to reach out to you this week. Taurus, I see yes. All right. Now I'm seeing the 7 of Pentacles, which also tells me too that, they're planning on reaching out. So if it doesn't happen right away, it looks like they're planning on reaching out. Maybe it's better that they do wait past the retrograde. But I do have a yes, and I see that things are continuing to grow between you and a Taurus. Gemini, I see yes. I see communication, somebody being very chatty with you this week. All right. So you want to get to the truth. Ask some questions with the Gemini. Cancer, I see yes. I see the 3 of Pentacles. It looks like they're still trying to circle around you, still trying to see what's going on with you, and there is potential to make this work with them. Leo, I see a yes too. So Aries, it looks like you're really hot this week and people are really wanting to contact you, connect with you. All right, so I'm seeing somebody really in a good energy, a Leo really wanting this. And this is potential for you guys to light something, relight a relationship up, or but there's still a lot of passion there. Virgo, I see no with the Virgo. They're still kind of hanging on to the way things worked out or the way things were left between the two of you. So I am seeing still temporary. Maybe it's just temporary, but they're not reaching out just yet. Libra, I see yes. I see very attracted to you, taking action towards you. They'll be the ones to reach out. Scorpio, I see no. Things are still changing. The moon card. This is telling me to just don't assume the worst just yet because things are still changing. It's too hard to tell with a Scorpio. But right now, they're still kind of hanging back. Sagittarius, I see yes. I see the star card. So it looks like the alignment is coming in for you this week for them to reach out. Capricorn, I see a yes. I see the world card. So it looks like, we're finding some sort of closure this week. So this could be just getting closure or finally understanding where we're standing, where things are going. Aquarius, I see yes. I see the King of Pentacles. All right, so it looks like some serious energy coming in with an Aquarius. And Pisces, I see no. I see there's a lot of triggering with you guys, though. You got the Devil card. It's like getting the old maid. All right, so there is some sort of pattern. Pay attention to the pattern of the relationship with you and Pisces. So most likely that same pattern is going to repeat itself. So if they always come back around, they'll come back around. What is that? You hear that? Somebody's got their radio on pretty loud. All right. You do be chatty. Be chatty in the chat room. Let me see the energy you guys are all in. How's everybody doing right now? Does everybody kind of feel like things are kind of shifting, breaking? Like, we know spring's coming, so there's a natural tendency to feel this energy of freedom in a sense, newness, growth, something is changing. So just let me know. Let me see, 12, let me see, what's 13 for Taurus. All right, Taurus. How my Taurus is doing? I need to see your energy. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean your problems aren't still there, guys. I get it. But it does feel like something's lightening up. You know what I mean? So that's good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, the exhaustion of thinking about it is what we're supposed to be surrendering to. Not suffering every day with fear or worrying. All right, Taurus. Let's see your overall energy for the week. 7 of Pentacles. All right, so starting to make some plans for the future. I love this. All right, there's going to be some things happening this week. I'm having trouble talking. It's like I have a lisp today. My tongue can't keep up with my lips. I don't know. Or my mind, whatever's going on. But the 7 of Pentacles for you this week is talking about a lot of planning. All right, so get some future going, talking about the future. So this can indicate that you and somebody on your mind are planning on getting together, making plans, doing something, or even talking about where the future is going for the two of you. All right, so this is really good. And I have the High Priestess. So there's still some things that have not shown up for you. So what this tells me is that something may turn the direction of your life this week. That's kind of exciting. So just sit with that for a second. I love this message too. I want to find my Taurus placements. It's in my 9th, right? I don't have that many. Everything in Taurus is opposing me, right? So it's like you may be thinking you're kind of surfing the wave right now, kind of going this way. Everything's the same. Everything feels like, I'm just trying to go through the motions. And I have a plan, and then all of a sudden this week, there's going to be like a hard right or a hard left. You know what I mean? It's like what you don't see coming, and it feels really good for you. All right, so let's take a look at your person's, their energy, feelings, and intentions this week. Your person is the Sun card, bringing a lot of clarity to you this week, a Leo energy, a lot of love coming your way, a lot of happiness, right? So this is indicating, I like to bring it down to earth a little bit, right? It's indicating some really sunny days coming in. It's like clarity on where things are going. All right, it's building something, the truth coming in that's going to maybe lighten things up and make you feel really happy. A lot of luck around you, and this can tell me too that it seems like things are just lining up for you. Yes, I'm sorry. This is Taurus, maybe Aries, Taurus together. So that could have been for Aries too. But this is Taurus's reading. Sorry, guys. Taurus, this is telling me that everything seems to be coming into alignment with you this week, right? So people coming into your life, telling you something, you call somebody, you get on the phone, you don't have to wait 3 hours to get through. It just seems like a lot of things coming into alignment this week and a lot of truths coming up, right? So a lot of room for growth. All right, let's see their feelings, right? I see the King of Pentacles, Taurus. So they're all about you. Somebody is really planning or starting to see potential for a future. Let's just keep it there. That's your message. All right. And their intentions this week, the King of Cups, right? Expressing their feelings to you, towards you. So this week could be look at these two kings showing up with the Sun card. This is talking about two people being on the same page here and bringing their emotions into reality. So this isn't about just what we feel anymore. This isn't about playing games. This is about actually making plans for the future. All right, so wherever you're at in your relationship, what I can say is the energy I'm picking up on is that this week you're going to start to see things come into alignment and you guys are working together. Now, water and earth to me are the best blend of, security and emotional security, right? So yeah, you may have to work on other things, communication, passion, whatever, but we're seeing here, this is what a lot of people seek for in relationships, but everybody gets trapped by the other two, right? We all want that to last, but that stuff burns out quickly. This is built off solid ground. So this week, if you're in a relationship or you're connecting with somebody, it feels to me like you will know or you'll walk away if you don't know if it's going to be solid, if it's going somewhere. Now, don't get discouraged because the Seven of Pentacles can be playing out over, just because I'm here for a weekly reading, it can also be the next couple weeks, right? We have a new moon starting this week and we're moving into the spring equinox, right? So this could be just the building for the next few months even for you. So don't put any kind of certainties or solids on your readings, right? But this is definitely showing some future planning. All right, let's see your biggest challenge this week and let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Your biggest challenge is fighting your fears of things not working out for you. And this is your energy, Taurus. Five of Pentacles, you rule this card, which means you can get stuck in the everything is the same. Everything is, it's going to work out the same. How is that going to happen? Wait a minute, this is too good to be true. Oh, we're making plans to do this, but what about this? How are we going to make it happen? Very practical, realistic thought thinking, but it's also fear-based. Right. So this week you may be finding it hard to break out of that old reality that you were in because it feels like the universe is trying to push you into a different reality, a different timeline. And this shit is true. This shit is real. I haven't been talking about this for this long if I didn't believe in that. All right. So what does Spirit want you to focus on? I see the Three of Pentacles, one day at a time, take it one step at a time. It looks like the Three of Pentacles this week, there could be some help on the way. Maybe the universe and Spirit, universe, God, whoever you really connect with, is going to start, like I said this week, bringing people into alignment with you. All right. It's going to start feeling like everything's working for you. All right. This is also telling me that you've got to have patience too and trust that everything is coming together. Right, a lot of solidness coming through for you. So if you are in no contact with somebody, let's see. It looks like you have a lot of luck here with that. So we'll see what's going on with you, no contact. All right. So if you're in no contact, this can be a little tricky. It's the potential of contact. Obviously, I'm looking at this week. All right. So the potential, so the energy with it is going to tell me also the energy around it. No contact if it's been a long time. You know, you got to look at the possibilities. Anything's possible, but also be realistic as well. Aries, I see a no right now, but give it a little bit more time. You have the Four of Swords. I want you to be able to see these. So Taurus, you have the yes card. You have the Magician. Do you see the magic that's happening around you right now? But this magic is also going to be combined with you taking action. Like you obviously have to ground in on what's coming your way, because the universe can throw and you know all of the opportunities your way. But if you're just like you know what I mean, and not taking action, you're gonna miss the bus. But I am seeing possible communication with you and another Taurus. The answer is yes. Gemini, look at the Sun card. So some of you with the Gemini, the Sun card came out here. So very strong, positive, lucky energy around you with communication with a Gemini. Cancer, I see no. There's still some conflict and maybe external influences around the situation. Leo, I see no. There's emotions, but there's still a lot of things changing or a lot of uncertainties here. So don't ground in on one specific yes or no because it's still uncertain. Virgo, I got a no. I see that they come in and leave fast though. So if this has been a pattern, you'll hear from them again. But it seems like it's an on again, off again type of energy, and they are thinking about you. Libra, I see yes. You have a Seven of Pentacles with a Libra. So that was your overall energy for the week, the Seven of Pentacles. So I would really meditate on this card this week. This is showing you that things are really coming to fruition. And this week is going to be a lot of planning and maybe making plans with your Libra. Scorpio, I see a yes. You see the King of Wands. So they're on fire. Scorpio, look, I'm on fire, right? So there's a sign for you, all right? So I'm seeing here a vision. It looks like you and a Scorpio, your vision is starting to come true piece by piece, you know? So you may start to see some movements here with the two of you being on the same page. Sagittarius, I see a yes. I see the Justice card. So it does look like a Sagittarius may come in with an apology or trying to make something right. Capricorn, I see a yes, but I do see on again, off again with a Capricorn as well too, so be aware of that. It can be short-lived. Aquarius, I see a yes. I see a lot of potential here, but again, it's just that pure potential, so it could be on again, off again. Be careful. Pisces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pisces, I see yes. I see some truth coming in. So you have a Queen of Swords, right? So the truth is what the truth is. You may like it, you may not like it, but you're definitely getting some communication. All right, Taurus, you had a great reading. Everybody find your Taurus placement. All right, let's see. Gemini. Oh, I hate when you can see my nose. All right, 23. All right, Gemini. AJM, Taurus rising. All right, look at it. Find your Taurus placement. All right, so Gemini, let's see what's going on with you. Look, you're a spring baby too. So this is we're moving into your season. We're moving into, you know, things are getting good. I got to get my nail just almost. That sucked. These are my nails. It's just, it's got the dip on it. Let's see. It hurt. All right, Gemini. Gemini. Let's get something good for Gemini this week. Gemini stealth node here. All right. Let's see. I don't want to hear about releasing anymore. Right, guys? We're done with that. All right. We want to see some change. All right. We want to see some change. What's going on? All right. 2 cards. You have Scorpio energy just flew out. All right. So Gemini, I'm going to change the time to 24:24 because I took a long time shuffling your cards. All right. Gemini, overall energy. All right. So you got a good one too. So this is the weekly energy, the 6 of Wands. All right. So to me, it's like the overall energy is the most important because it feels like It's rewarding. We're seeing movement. We're getting the attention we want. Somebody's returning. They want our attention, right? Or you're just being recognized everywhere you go. You're starting to feel like, wow, people noticing me, right? I feel seen. So that's very important for a lot of people, right? Getting some validation this week. So a lot of us who are, in these love stories, these love readings, kind of get stuck in this validation. It's like, why I feel like they feel this way, or I feel this way, but why am I not getting any validation back, And this could be that week where that's coming in for you. And I do see the Hierophant, I can't talk today, sorry guys, Hierophant underneath that. So Taurus energy. So maybe Taurus reading does have something to do. Maybe Taurus is kind of taken over. Does anybody know what degree Taurus, Uranus and Taurus is in? This week we have Uranus sextile on the sun, maybe that, and the moon with this new moon. Maybe that's why I'm picking up on a lot of Taurus energy for everybody right now. That was really, and on the 23rd, the moon is going to be conjunct Uranus. So maybe the 23rd of March is going to be the glory day, right? The big day, the bonus day. Write that down. See what happens, all right? So let's see your person, the Lover's card. Right, so obviously somebody feels a strong pull. They felt this connection, but you're needing some sort of validation, right? Gemini energy, here you go. This is your person's, their energy towards you though, right? So it feels like I see you. Maybe somebody's starting to really see you for what you have to offer. And I know, for some of you that have been like, dude, I've been doing this for a long time. If they can't see me by now, maybe sometimes people need to be hit on the backside of the head, right? But it does feel like this could be a week for some of you where somebody is like, you know what, the connection's real, but let's see what we're going to do with it. All right. Choosing love, choosing to follow their heart. All right. So what's their feelings and intentions? I see the Ace of Cups. It speaks for itself. You got this new energy, new beginning type of energy coming in, and we have the new moon coming in. So it all makes sense that maybe somebody is like, you know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I need something fresh in my life. Maybe Gemini is that fresh, that fresh energy, that pure energy, the one that really makes sense to me right now. So what's their intentions towards you? I see the Emperor. You've got a straightforward 1, 2, 3 here. So it looks like somebody does want to ground in, or at least take things seriously this week. Maybe take that next step towards this, right? If we're going to ground down and kind of be realistic, it'd be nice if everybody just jumped up to the plate and full blown, committed and did everything. But right here, it does feel like somebody is, more confident about this connection and is showing up more masculine. It doesn't matter what gender you are, but saying here, you know what, we need to kind of take things a little bit more serious here. I'm really starting to take things a lot serious. So let's see the biggest challenge with you and what Spirit wants you to focus on with them. I have Aries energy, Gemini energy. So the first couple readings may have really been important for you guys as well. In collective readings, they usually are. So your biggest challenge here, and I see the King of Pentacles, stagnancy. Some of you here dealing with somebody here who takes their time really planning. That's Taurus energy. All right. It feels like somebody really needs to make sure they really know what they want before they make their move. All right. It's like, yeah, of course I got feelings for you. I can fantasize about you all day. Right. But I want to make sure that this is good for our future, if this is good for both of us. Right. Especially if you're dealing with somebody who is very responsible or has a lot of responsibilities. Right. And you also got to be questioning whether or not somebody is stable. Somebody might step up to the plate this week, but if your biggest challenge with them is a job, long-term stability, do they check all your boxes? I mean, you can have somebody be in love with you all day long. You can have somebody step up and say, hey, here I am, let's go out. But your biggest challenge, the King of Pentacles, are they stuck in their ways? Are they lazy? Are they a procrastinator? I mean, are they working really hard to, change their life? Do they have future plans, goals? I mean, if that's what your biggest challenge with this person is, just keep in mind, they're not going to change overnight. They are seeing the King of Pentacles. You're seeing the King of Pentacles. There is potential for them, but you're kind of based in a relationship off of desire, love. Love is there. Love sometimes is enough for everybody, right? But the long-term potential here is still questionable. So just keep that in mind, all right? Let's see what Spirit wants you to do with this, though, this week. And I see the Sun card. The Sun card is saying take it day by day. Open your heart to the possibilities. Maybe some of you are judging this person. Maybe you're taking it too serious. Maybe they do not have all their ducks in a row. Maybe you're wondering if you're going to be able to sustain this long term. You know, maybe you don't have all the answers just yet. Maybe this isn't the week for answers, and it's the week for, you know, having fun, taking it day by day, exploring. Maybe it's falling in love. Maybe this person is falling in love with you. All right. So that's what I have for you. Let's see. You have Leo energy. You have Gemini energy. You have a lot of like Aries energy, fire, and desire here. So let's see Aries through Pisces. And if you're in no contact, all right, what's the potential of contact this week? Remember, these are difficult situations, so be real with yourself. If you've been in no contact for like, I mean, anything is possible, guys. I believe in that theory. Anything is possible. So I want you guys to all stay open to the possibility that, yes, it could happen tomorrow. It could happen today. It could happen right when I'm talking to you, right? But I'm looking at the next 7 days and just open up to the possibility of whether or not somebody will reach out or not. That Seven of Pentacles just wanted to pop out again too. All right. So Aries, I have breaking the boundary. So if you, breaking the block. So if you've been blocked by an Aries, it looks like they could be knocking down the barriers this week. I'm seeing yes. All right. I do see that they are still kind of guarded and defensive. So be careful with that. But it does look like they're letting down their guards this week. Taurus, all these are upside down. King of Cups, right? So I see a yes. I see somebody here maybe opening up and expressing their emotions this week, maybe missing you. Gemini, I see yes, same thing. We got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, I believe, came with Taurus's energy too. So I was just thinking Taurus, the King of Cups. Some of you, I don't know, these readings, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini really connecting for me. So I see a yes with your Gemini. Somebody really wanted to nurture the connection. So maybe somebody finally validating your feelings. I see Cancer. Yes, I see Six of Cups. So if it's not happening right away, it's going to happen. Looks like they are thinking about you, thinking about reaching out to you. I am seeing keep it simple, you know. Leo, I see yes, Three of Pentacles. Again, this could be, it could take a little bit longer, but it does look like things are coming together with you and a Leo. Virgo, I see maybe. All right. There is chance for movement this week. You know, with that Six of Swords, all this says is be careful with this maybe, because you may get communication, but they may try to smooth past any kind of deception, or, you know, try to, you know, make something not seem like it's bothersome or they did anything wrong. 7, Libra, I see a no, I see the Death card. So things right now may be kind of at their end. You've kind of outgrown this too. Scorpio, I'm seeing yes, I'm seeing slow motion, but at least you got movement. Scorpio, Sagittarius, I see no, but they're really thinking about you and have a lot of regret. So you're definitely spending time in their mind. Capricorn, I see a yes, you have Page of Wands, so lots of flirting. Aquarius, I see Nine of Pentacles, all right? So I am seeing reaching out to you, but just keep in mind that they still want to go solo. Pisces, I see the Ten of Pentacles, so I'm seeing yes, so you're getting communication with a Pisces as well. Possibility. Whew. Water time. Hello, Hannah and Michelle. Keep in mind, guys, I will be, and Anne, I saw Anne too. Anne Elizabeth. All right, guys. Let's see, Cancer. Don't forget I'm going live at 4 o'clock too. And Gigi, hello. How are you doing today? And Big Apes, hello. How are you doing? I was thinking about you this weekend, sending some love. This was a good weekend to shut down a little bit and just kind of take some rest and recoup. Let's see, Cancer. You're welcome for Gemini. All right, Cancer. Let's see what cards come out for you this week. Let's see the overall energy first, and then who's coming towards you, their energy feelings. 3 of Pentacles. I am absolutely loving the energy that's coming through this week for all you guys so far. A lot of it is feeling a little bit more grounded. That's what it's telling me. All right. Things coming together. All right. Help is on the way. You know, connecting with people who support you, feeling supported, feeling connected. So if you've been feeling disconnected lately or disconnected from the person on your mind, it looks like this week, you know, things are coming together here. Right, feeling a little bit more solid. Now, you could be making some plans to go out this week, Cancer. This could be a good week to find out somebody's motives, what's going on, what's their moves, somebody been playing a little bit. All right, but I like the 3 of Pentacles on top of this card because remember, this guy can be a player, gal can be a player, right? But when we see the 3 of Pentacles, it tells me, you know, they're interested in a little bit more. They're interested in really getting to know you. So somebody really does want to connect with you. Now, they could be taking their time. That's what the 3 of Pentacles is. You know, it's like we have a lot in common. You really, you know, it feels like a friendship is built between the 2 of you, or maybe a friendship is forming right now and you're wondering how they really feel about you. But I can see here that they got their eyes on. They're very interested in you, but for some of you, they may be just holding back because they value your friendship as well. And so they may have a history of people jumping into relationships and then thinking they're friends with somebody, and then it turns into something and it ruins their friendship. Right. So this person may be more protective around you or take things a lot more slow with you for that reason. All right. So let's see your person's energy, feelings, and intentions. Look at the King of Swords. So you definitely have somebody who feels like they may have been keeping a little bit withdrawn or distant, right? With their emotions. It doesn't mean that they're not around you or don't want to talk to you or don't want to, you know, but for some of you, it could feel like they're keeping you kind of friend zoned in a way. Let's see their feelings and intentions. I see Page of Swords. So something is changing here, and their intentions, 2 of Swords. Let's see your biggest challenge with them. The Queen of Cups, their feelings. Cancer. It feels like validation. It's like you can feel something with somebody, but you're not feeling it with them. And you're dealing with somebody who needs to think about their feelings before they make a move. They want to make this right. It feels like somebody really wants to make this right with you. So it looks like you're dealing with somebody who's hesitant to respond to you, hesitant to, maybe they communicate and they keep it kind of lighthearted. You do have their intentions this week. They know that they've got to make a choice, make a decision. So this could be the week they make the move and somebody does reach out to you or somebody does tell you how they feel. And you have a king showing up for you, which I like a lot, because this is somebody who's being very thoughtful and isn't trying to play around, right? They don't want to sound stupid. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They may be torn between 2 relationships or torn between singlehood and being in a relationship. Or like I said with you, it could be, do I want to be more than just friends with you, or do I want to be in a relationship with you? But we can see here the Knight of Cups. It's like they really got their eye on this. And you guys do have a lot working for you because they value a lot about your personality and they value, you guys have a lot in common. All right. So they study this. They love being around you and connected to you. And, or if there's somebody in your friend zone or friend group, this is who I'm picking up on. All right. So what does Spirit want you to focus on? The Hierophant. You know, to me, this is just like, you know, to me, this is like you know that you feel really connected to somebody intuitively and you're falling for somebody and you just got to trust your heart right now. All right. You know, trust your values and don't go against your values. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. The Queen of Cups here is very reserved, holds back. You know, doesn't have doesn't have to take action towards somebody. You attract them in, you know, with this energy. And it feels like somebody is very drawn to your presence, your aura. And this week here, it looks like you're getting somebody initiating a conversation, or finally, if you've given somebody an ultimatum, it looks like this week for some of you, they could finally be making their decision. Let me get one more card for that. And I see the King of Cups. So you're seeing a partnership. It looks like somebody's realizing that the two of you have more in common than just friends. But what I'm picking up on is they really value the friendship and don't want to make the wrong choice. All right. Maybe they need more now. Maybe they are wanting more in this connection now. Let's see Aries through Pisces. Waiting for the positive. The positive shift is happening. All right, Aries through Pisces. So if you're in no contact, let's see what's going on. No contact. Cancer, you have Queen of Cups showing up here too. So it really feels like, you know, you're really in your zone this week. Really trust your intuition when it comes to how you feel, where your heart's pulling you. Aries, I still know it seems like you and Aries have been there, done it, and you know what's best for you. All right. It looks like you guys have exhausted. And it's like you've drained the situation. So maybe time right now, you need a little bit more space with you and an Aries. Taurus, I see no. I'm also seeing they're not happy with the way things turned out. But right now, it seems like they still need space from the situation. Gemini, I'm seeing yes. So I am seeing that there is a new situation coming in with you and a Gemini. Thank you, Alban. All right. You're welcome. I love the support. Thank you. All right. So a yes with a Gemini. Cancer, yes, with a Cancer, King of Wands. They see a future here. Maybe they've been thinking about reaching out for you for a while. Leo, the Emperor card, seeing yes with a Leo. They're also been kind of waiting for the right time to reach out to you. Virgo, maybe they're on the fence here. So you do have, you know, if it's not now, it looks like they're getting ready to. They have a choice though to make. So maybe you guys know they're in another relationship, or they're just kind of, you know, been hesitant for a little bit. All right. Libra, maybe with a Libra too. So I am getting some maybes here. What I'll say for these is that if it's a pattern and you guys have been kind of going back and forth, expect the same pattern to come in. All right. Scorpio, I see a maybe with a Scorpio too, but we're also getting on again, off again. These type of energies here with the Scorpio. Sagittarius, I'm seeing yes. They may be giving more this week. Sagittarius may be wanting to invest and maybe more consistent with you. Capricorn, I'm seeing yes. You have the Knight of Cups, so I am seeing a romantic offer. Aquarius, I'm seeing yes. I'm seeing King of Swords. So there's your King of Swords with Aquarius. That's a strong synchronicity here. And Pisces, I'm seeing yes. I'm seeing the stars aligning for you this week with a Pisces. Yes. I haven't seen you in forever. I just want to give a quick shout out to this. Thank you very much. That was very generous of you. All right. All right. Let's see, Leo. Let's do Leo at 44. I'm doing Leo at 44, because that's an amazing number for Leo. All right, Leo. Yes, that was so sweet. All right, let me get a good shuffle for Leo. Yeah, fours. You know, fours are usually my numbers, but they're for Leo this week. So my Leo's got fours. Let's see. You know, that's a really good start here. So all in all, Leo, the energy for this week is looking really, really good. For each and every one of you. So let's see who's coming towards you, but we're going to see the overall energy. Who's coming towards you, their energy, feelings, and intentions. All right. So you are also leaving a difficult time behind. Things are starting to smooth out for you. This Six of Swords can tell me here, you know, we were talking about this earlier, how it just feels like a break in the energy. It feels like, you know, maybe you still have some of the same problems. It doesn't mean all your problems are going to be healed in 1 week, 1 day. But it definitely seems like there's a break in something that maybe has been constricting you. If you've been feeling a lot of pushback or restriction in relationships or even in your life, we're seeing here that it's starting to smooth out and you're headed, you know, and I'm also seeing here with the High Priestess underneath that there's things coming your way that you may not even be prepared for. All right. And that's good. Right. So you are moving in a new direction. Be prepared. Be prepared. Listen to me with the retrograde. Be prepared for some surprises this week. All right. So let's look at your person. 7 of Wands. All right, that's their energy. 7 of Wands, right? So determination, you know, to speak up, and you know, no matter what kind of difficulty you're going through, it looks like somebody's willing to, grind and move forward with you. All right, it's like it's not easy. They know it's not easy, but it looks like they feel like together you guys can make it work. Now, you could be dealing with somebody who is typically defensive or guarded a little bit, right? That's that card. It does say, but they're not giving up. They're not giving up. But sometimes it can, it can cause some roadblocks for you and this person, right? You butt heads a little bit, right? With that 7 of Wands. But the good news is that, you butt heads, but the two of you are going to figure out how to push forward, and their feelings towards you. Oh, the Devil card. All right, let's see their intentions. The Moon card. All right, so I have to see your challenge and what Spirit wants you to focus on, because we got some strong energies here. You may be releasing some major pattern this week. All right, so this here is telling me something big is happening between, maybe somebody is really letting down their guards. All right, so this could be a very emotional week for some of you. All right, a pattern coming to an end. Somebody finally letting go of something that's unhealthy, or somebody realizing that there's a pattern or something they're doing that is unhealthy. All right. And they're addicted to you. So let's see. Ace of Wands. And what Spirit wants you to focus on. Page of Cups. All right. So this is what I'm getting for you, Leo. It could be an Aries. All right. The biggest challenge with this person is they get your hopes up. They have a lot of potential. All right. They have a lot of potential, but sometimes they can die out, right? It seems the on again, off again type of energy. And it feels like the two of you have something that triggers each other. You guys definitely here, there could be an addiction of some sort. But the good news is something's clearing up this week. So we're seeing pure potential. But I am seeing for you to take it slow here, even with the Page of Cups. It looks like your relationship is going to be taking a different avenue this week. It looks like you're leveling up in a relationship, but it still looks kind of young. And it looks like you're getting over something really big that's gone on between some of you. There could be some truths coming up this week. Somebody finally admitting something this week. All right, somebody does not want to hold back any longer. And this could cause some sort of challenges for you. But at the same time, the 7 of Wands is saying, we're going to make it through this. So even though it's been an on again, off again with somebody, this could be a week where this on again actually lasts. But what I'm seeing with the Moon card and the Page of Cups is you don't have to do anything I say. That was my foot. You don't got to do anything I say, but this is indicating here that you definitely want to let things play out, and you just don't want to assume that they're being 100% honest with you right away, because this could be a very pivotal moment for you this week with somebody, right? They realize what they've been doing. They realize, that they need to make some sort of change in their life, and they realize, or the relationship needs to change, and they're seeing the potential with you guys. So what I'm seeing here is starting fresh, but also not being too naive. All right. So that's what I got for you. You have Capricorn energy, you have Pisces energy showing up for you, and you have a lot being revealed. So it looks like a person is really going to open up this week, and this could be a lot of challenges in a good way. Thank you for saying that. A lot of challenges that you're seeing a breakthrough in. So let's see if you're in no contact with anybody. Let's see. I don't know why the retrograde is really hitting me today for some reason. Monday, the 16th. Really, really hitting me. Right. So I just I didn't want to go too deep into it, because I can see that it could be an emotional week for some of you. It definitely could. So keep in mind, it looks like your person that's coming in has a lot. I mean, to let down their walls like this, it seems like there's something about you they feel like they can open up to. But I am seeing here, you got to protect your heart too, right? Yeah, retrograde's been killing. It's been doing it. Retrograde's been affecting me with the computer and stuff like that, but not with usually with my this time around. It didn't seem like it was with my communication, but it just got me. So if you're in no contact with somebody, I'm going through Aries to Pisces, the potential this week. Aries, I see a yes. All right, you have Queen of Swords. So you're going to get some sort of truth. Use discernment. That's all I have to say with that. Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday. Yes, that was a split. So some of you tomorrow, Tuesday. Taurus, I see no right now. They're still kind of keeping silent. Gemini, I see yes. So something is working, something's working out. So keep in mind, if it doesn't happen right away, it looks like it could happen because you guys have already built something together. Cancer, I see yes, reaching out. All right. I would have said no, but that one was specific. It was like Cancer, maybe wanting to turn things around, maybe missing you. Leo, I see yes. You have the Empress card. So we're seeing a lot of loving and nurturing this week. We're seeing a lot of healing energy this week. And growth this week with somebody. Virgo, I see a yes. I see Ace of Pentacles. So it looks like a Virgo here, olive branch here, or just wanted to start something with you. Libra, I see a yes. I see you may need a little bit more patience with them. Things are still kind of, they may kind of be avoidant, but it does look like there's movement with a Libra. Scorpio, yes. Scorpio is seeing a future with you, right? So Scorpio reaching out. Sagittarius, I see yes. I see the Emperor card. Capricorn, I see maybe. I see Two of Wands. So they're on the fence. Aquarius, I see a maybe. Again, this is kind of going back and forth, just maybe not wanting to rush in. Pisces, I see a yes. I see Page of Wands. So it could be some flirting this week with a Pisces. All right. Yes, you're welcome. I appreciate you. Make sure you hype and subscribe. Help the video, comment. The algorithm this weekend, I can't believe it's like 1 week it's like super good, the next week, and you guys are the ones that help me out the most, the ones that are always so loyal to this channel. All right, let's see. Virgo. Miss Cassandra, hello. Yes, Virgo, it's time for some great energies for Virgo here. Let me get a really good shuffle for Virgo. I think I'm gonna switch decks too. Give this one a little bit of a all right, Virgo. Virgos, gorgeous Robert. All right. Virgo energy. I want to start Virgo off at 5555 just because Virgo, you need it. South nodes in Virgo and Virgo and Pisces this year it's been a lot collective of us for us, you know. So I'm wanting to know, like, what's changing here? What's going on with my Virgos? We want some good energy this week. Virgo. All right, so we have Queen of Cups energy, so a lot of healing energy, a lot of emotional energy, and a lot of good energy. This is good energy. This could be a week of really just, you know, self-care and very intuitive energy. So trust in your intuition. And Cancer. So there may have been something in Cancer's reading for you. So keep that in mind. Now I am seeing Eight of Pentacles. So I am seeing something coming together here. Somebody really focused on how they feel. So somebody could be really thinking about, you know, their feelings towards the situation with you and what's going on. This is a lot of soul searching and processing going on here, you know. So this can say somebody is, you know, wanting to be around your energy this week or is feeling your energy, right? But the good news, it really feels like I'm processing how I'm really feeling, and my feelings, you know, run a little bit deeper than you may think. All right. Now, if somebody is kind of avoiding you right now, or you feel like they pulled their energy away a little bit, you know, this is a good sign here. A little bit of space is getting them to really focus on how they feel deeply. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy is showing up for you. So let's see your person's energy. I see the Four of Cups. Wow, so somebody really is processed and not happy with how things are. Really thinking about what went down with you guys, right? Or missing you, but not quite ready to let you know, right? Maybe you have tried. Maybe they're missing how much you tried. Maybe they realizing how much you did try or how much you do give, and maybe they're feeling bad because they weren't in a place that they could really reciprocate. All right. Now, what is their feelings and intentions this week? I see the Chariot card, more Cancer energy. So I am going to say, Virgo, that a lot was going on in Cancer reading, maybe going on with you as well. There was a lot around friendship. There's a lot around we have a lot in common, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to express my feelings or be more. All right. But somebody here is really being pulled here to return. So let's see their intentions. And I see the Knight of Wands. All right, let's see your biggest challenge with this person, the Page of Pentacles. All right, it speaks volumes right there. Like it sort of starts and then stops again. And it feels like somebody keeps you friend zoned, right? Or it just feels like you get somewhere and then it just completely stops, right? And I can see you have somebody returning again. The only thing I don't like about this energy is that, you know, somebody here has feelings for you, but it's almost like I want to keep it, you know, we're very passionate, a lot of chemistry here. But as soon as things start to get too emotional with you, it looks like they pull back. It seems like there's something to do with stability here. Why can't we build a foundation here? How come it never gets off the ground? It's like the feelings are real, things move fast, we're a lot of passion here, but your person doesn't know what they want when it comes to a serious relationship. And that's what's messing with you. All right. That's what's messing with you. Because it's like, I want this and then I pull back. I want this and then I pull back. You know, and the Chariot card here is saying somebody is really drawn to you. But they may just not be ready here to build a foundation with somebody just yet, or to, you know, or to make solid plans just yet. You know, I want to keep it Knight of Wands energy. You know, I want this, I want it to maybe go back to the way it was, right? But that doesn't feel like it's enough for you. So what does Spirit think you should do? And I'm like, the Four of Wands. All right. So let me get clarification with this and the Ten of Cups. I mean, it's kind of clear to me here that some of you really have to think about your future. All right. Some of you have to ground in, and the Four of Wands here is showing me that your happiness is what's most important here. It seems like you have somebody that comes in pretty quickly. And the Knight of Wands can be somebody that loves the excitement between the two of you, loves it. And you guys both smitten, get taken away with it. But you're looking for family long-term goals, and you're needing somebody to really ground in. And it seems like your biggest challenge with this person is they don't put enough effort into making this, you know, solidifying this connection with the Four of Wands. So this week I'm seeing their energy is, it's like they know there's some guilt here. They know that you just have so much to give that they can't resist you because you're always giving it. And you have this energy about you that this person wants to be around. And they see potential, but potential's not enough for you. So all I'm getting here is that this person's going to return in this energy. But I'm still seeing that they are not feeling good about the way they left things and about how they've treated you. But it does look like they're not wanting marriage or long-term relationship just yet. And that's messing with your head because you're wanting more commitment from this person and they're not giving it to you just yet. So what I'm seeing here is free will. Of course, there's potential with this person, right? And that's the thing. It's like, it's only a player if you play. To me, it's like, okay, let me get this right here, because players suck. And there are players out there who absolutely play you. They suck. All right. And this energy here feels like somebody here who can't resist you. They want to come in, and that's right. That's what I'm getting. It's like shame on them if they know that you want this. They need to stop coming back. They need to put the brakes on. But they come in super fast, super hot, super, you know, excited. They're drawn to you. They're excited about this, but they know damn well that they don't want to invest in a foundation. And this fucks with you every single time. And this is why you're being asked to focus on your own happiness, because this person hasn't changed much. But there is something about you that draws them. They just can't stop coming back to you. Now, that may be a somewhat of a sign that this person may find their way to you, but you've got to protect yourself with this energy, because this person it's a pattern. And just because you can see this, it doesn't mean you should deal with it, right? And honestly, I think if you were to close this door, because the biggest challenge for you is the Page of Pentacles, being able to stay friends. If you can stay friends and just say, you know what, I love this, I love you, you know I want this, but I'm sorry, this is what I really want. That may be the turning point for some of you to build a stronger foundation. Maybe you are meant to just be friends with this person right now until they get their shit straight, because you're really up against, they know what they're doing, but they can't resist you. All right. So let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, what's the chance of breaking contact with Aries through Pisces? Look, you have the Strength card here at the bottom of the deck, which is telling me that there's going to take a lot of courage and a strength with this person. Because this kind of relationship almost feels like the Lover's card. It feels like there's a strong pull, but your person just won't commit, just won't take that step. And, but they value you and value the connection, but you can't trust them. You can't trust them to, it's a selfish energy. It's like, I don't know. It's really tough for you, Virgo. It's really tough for you. Aries, I see a no. You see the Devil card with an Aries. So Aries may be playing games and or just maybe very unhealthy for you. Taurus, I see, yes. So you got the Knight of Wands coming in with a Taurus. So it could be your Taurus where, you know, there's just so much potential here, but you need your Taurus to commit, right? So it looks like your Taurus coming back around here because they are addicted to you. Gemini, I see a yes. All right, same thing. There's a lot of attraction. All right, you have the Magician, though. The Magician says you have other tools you can use, and you can, you could change this situation depending on the tools you use, where you choose or how you choose to work with the energy you have. All right, you gotta, it's manifesting though. All right, it's really hard to do this if you got a pattern with somebody. But I see yes with your manifesting a Gemini in. Cancer, I see coming back around. I see a yes. A lot might not have changed though. A Leo, I see yes. You're making an apology with a Leo. Virgo, I see, look at this. Look at this synchronicity, the 4 of Cups. And you have more Cancer energy here. So I feel like, again, a lot of Cancer energy coming through for you. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, you know, you have the Chariot card coming in. Did you see that? I forgot to say that. Cancer was the Chariot. You have the Chariot up here. It seems like you have a strong return. Somebody can't leave your energy. Right? Somebody cannot, but they got some issue they got to deal with. And I got the 4 of Cups here, Virgo. They want this, but they're not giving you everything you need. And they're constantly leaving you feeling like no matter what you do, it's a repeated pattern. So I do see a yes hearing from a Virgo. Libra, I see yes. You have a Queen of Wands coming in, so there is a lot of potential there. Scorpio, I see yes. I see 3 of Cups. So it does look like, though, you know, kind of casual Scorpio energy. Sagittarius, I see yes. I'm seeing 6 of Cups. So you're seeing, you know, got a lot of memories here with your Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So it looks like you guys feel the connection. You guys can't stop thinking about each other. Capricorn, I see a no. I see the Death card. Things may have come to an end with the Capricorn. Maybe it is time to outgrow them or move on. Aquarius, I see a yes. I see they put you through a lot, though. 9 of Wands. And Pisces, I see a yes, and I see the 7 of Wands. It seems like, you know, it's hard for them to block you. It's hard for them to stay away. I'm trying to understand energies like that. I'm trying to understand. Some people don't realize how deep other people feel. And I think that's what it is. And I think in a situation like that, you really just have to, depending on what you believe in, what faith you are, what you know, asking for them to be worked on, not you sending all kinds of energy asking for divine God, whatever, to work on that situation, because they have a lot of internal struggle. And for somebody to be able to repeatedly find their way back to somebody like that, but not commit, I mean, that's strong running from our problems energy. But it doesn't feel like that person's a bad person. It just, they make some pretty shitty choices. All right, Libra. Libra's going to get 11111. I like the numbers today. Let's see. Hello, Learning. Hello, Christina. I think people like that need to stay in relationships with people who are non-committal as well. But I think a part of them is hoping that they change, or that they, you know, I don't know. I can't figure that one out. I can't figure it out, guys. I'm sorry. They definitely teach lessons. All right, Libra, you got a really great number. You got Strength card for you. And I'm seeing here a whole lot of strength this week. Courage to move forward. Courage to, look at this, 8 of Wands. You may have a lot going on this week. A lot of pressure on you, a lot of communication coming your way, a lot of changes all at once. We're looking at love, so things could totally shift and change in directions that you weren't ready for. And I'm getting hang on. This can go 2 different ways. This can go all different kind of ways, right? Somebody may be, there's a strong Leo energy here, Sagittarius energy, a lot of truths coming your way, a lot of conversation coming your way. There definitely can be you feeling overwhelmed, and there may even be an energy of you losing your shit. So be careful, that, there could be a lot going on at once, and maybe you feel like you pull your hair out with somebody. But I like the Strength card here too, because I just feel like, if people around you or the people you're connecting to are just, can't, one minute they're doing this, the next minute they're saying that, or they just, a lot of pressure, a lot of communication, you're going to have to stay grounded with somebody this week, because it looks like your person or the person in your energy is going through a lot of shifts. And one minute it might seem one way, the next minute it could be another. So be open. Don't get caught up in the wave of emotion with other people. Remember, it's like sometimes we can't regulate everybody else, So you got to regulate yourself, right? Let's see your person's energy. 3 of Cups. So I got some good energy coming your way. Your person in their feelings, your person feeling good, your person wanting to talk to you, wanting to connect to you. You could be making a lot of plans here this week. For some of you, this could even show up with friends, meeting new people, going out, connecting. So that's what I see coming towards you. Right? A lot going on, a lot of chances to really hang out and connect with somebody, maybe even make a plan. Right? And so somebody is really happy to talk to you this week. We'll keep it there. Their feelings, the 3 of Swords. All right. They may have been dealing with missing you. All right. Their intentions. I got the 7 of Swords though. So what is going on here? Let's see your biggest challenge with them. The 9 of Swords. They got a lot of regret. Somebody here has got something weighing on their head. Can you forgive them? Did they not be honest with you? Were they not 100% honest with you? They're not always being transparent. Your person here, it really bothers them. It really bothers them that they're not always transparent with you. And I do feel like somebody's afraid to get hurt, or somebody's dealing with some heartache that you're unaware of. That's why they're not being 100% honest with you. I'm getting, don't take it personal. That's what you're getting this week. Don't take it personal. All right. Somebody has trust issues. Somebody here, they could even be a little bit, it could even be a little bit manipulative in a way too. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm trying to figure out ways to reach out to you. I'm trying to figure out ways to connect with you. Maybe there's a third party for some of you, and it's really weighing on them, but they want to talk to you. They want to connect with you. Don't take that if it's not your story. Third parties can be there, but they're not for everybody. Somebody may be knowing that they need to end something in order so that they can connect with you, or they're wanting to reconnect with you. They're hoping for forgiveness. All right. What does Spirit want you to know? The Page of Wands. All right. So for some of you, if you've been taking a relationship and you've been taking somebody's actions, like, it's like weird. 1 minute, it seems like you have a lot of conversation. The next minute, it may seem like there's some triggering going on, or they pull away, or it's on again, stop, whatever. Somebody's really drawn to you. And it doesn't feel like, you may even get some sort of confession that I wasn't 100% transparent with you. All right. But it's weighing on them. Something that was said, or something or the way they acted, or feeling some guilt towards not being 100% transparent with you. And that's what I've got. It's like, I wasn't honest with you about how I truly feel. I really want to get together. You can see a date here. The 3 of Cups in the page. You can see a date. So I'm going to say here, I wouldn't jump to assumptions this week. It can go either way, though. So just be aware that you may be finding yourself in a lot of energy coming at you this week. Like, it may be, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Page of Wands is telling you to be playful. Don't take everything so serious this week, and don't take it personal, like I said, but also be playful with this. Because something's going on with your person, and they eventually will come clean with you, because it looks like it really bothers them. They want to be 100% transparent with you, but they haven't been. So this week could be signs of that. That's what I got. You have Aries, Leo, Sag here for you. Let's see if you're in no contact. If you're in no contact, let's see the potential. By Frankenstein. Thank you, Gothic. All right. Frankenberry. My hair looks like it today. I washed it, but it's like, it's frizzy today for some. It's because the weather's changing. It's humid. Aries through Pisces. I love you too. All right. So somebody is really, really torn in their head right now. If you're in no contact, we're looking at no contact right now. So you're seeing here that they know it's stressing them out. It is really stressing them out, not talking to you. And for some of you, it could be torn between 2 situations. It could be they know it's best to not reach out. It could also mean that, like, you guys have a lot of conflict, but yet your hearts just cannot seem to let go of each other. All right. And that kind of feels like a part of this too, where it feels like somebody may have said that they don't want to talk or no contact, but they may not have been 100% honest with you. Just don't get sucked into any game plan. Aries, I see yes. Temperance card. Give it a little bit more time, though. Some things take time. Aries here, it looks like, you guys will find yourself eventually talking again. Taurus could be returning pretty quickly. Yes. Gemini, you got the 3 of Cups. So there's synchronicity with you and a Gemini. Looks like they're missing you. They're wanting to get together, talk. Cancer, I see yes, right? Obviously, there's nobody like you. You're hot. Leo, I see a yes. Magician, strong attraction, magnetic pull between the two of you. You both desire each other. Virgo, maybe. You got the 7 of Swords. It looks like Virgo really has something to say to you. All right. They may be trying to play off as they were your friend or whatever, but they may want something more. They just haven't been 100% honest with you. So there could be a confession coming in with a Virgo. Libra, I have a yes. It's really weighing on them. Looks like they're reaching a breaking point, Libra. So that's your energy too. Maybe you're letting something weigh on you. Maybe it's time to just, surrender, because it looks like you're letting something burden you and weigh on you too much. And I'm seeing freedom come in for you. All right. Scorpio, I see no, there's some conflict with you and a Scorpio, or they're dealing with conflict. That could be other people's problems. They're dealing with a lot of problems right now. So, just realize that it could be other stress that has nothing to do with you. Sagittarius, I see yes. I see maybe breaking no contact, right? Wanting your attention. Capricorn, I see yes. Give it a little bit more time. It looks like they're on their way in. Aquarius, I see maybe. All right. They may even be thinking about commitment and what they value. Pisces, I see a no. It looks like Pisces walking away. Kind of feels like it's the best thing to do right now. Or they're still just avoiding you. I appreciate that you think I look gorgeous still. I love that. We're always our worst enemies. Hey, tower moments are good. Tower moments bring the truth out. I mean, do you want to live in denial? And once you get through a tower moment, that's how you know if there's even anything left or if there's anything to build on. And it's like so much easier after you get through the tower. They're hard. We all go through them. You can go through them daily. You can go through them in your life. You can go through them, but I want to see the truth. I'm a Scorpio. I want the truth. If I can't trust you, I can't. And if you don't know me or you can't see me for who I really am, I don't want to continue living my life the way you want me to be for you. And I know you guys feel the same way. It's like the people in your life that you feel like you have to pretend to be somebody else just to keep them comfortable. So the Tower card breaks your person down and breaks you down so you guys can be authentic with one another. And, sometimes it's hard truth. And if you're seeking truth, I'm going to tell you right now, my experience, if you're truly seeking truth, you're going to have the hardest towers because they're the strongest awakenings. And you see these patterns in people, and then you have to realize you can't fix people. You can only fix yourself. You can only work on yourself. But then you get to a point where if you can forgive another person's fault, but not let them affect you, you can have them in your life, but you've got to keep them. You can't let their faults or their baggage affect you. As we're talking, we're getting into Scorpio. Let's start 124, 24. It seems like that was for Scorpio. And it's really lonely when you start to see that way. When you can see in patterns with people, it's really lonely. You just don't know what to do, because you don't want to seem like, oh, I know everything. Because believe me, I have friggin', I have a Santa Claus pouch full of problems. You know what I mean? It's like, so, crack that open. But the thing is I see them. I see them. And even if you just connect with people that understand that and you can work through them together, you could build your relationships. All right. I just started chatting. I don't know why. I'm going to have to change the Scorpio. All right. So Scorpio, we're doing yours. And I just keep chatting away, Scorpio. So maybe you resonate with the last minute. You want to go back to 124. All right, Scorpio. Recognizing patterns. Once we recognize the pattern in each other, we can change it. Ooh, look at the death card as I'm talking about that. Once you know, you already know. So, you know, Scorpio, once you know, and there's no turning back. And sometimes, you know, I keep seeing these every now and then. They come up, the reels for Scorpio. It's like Scorpio is one of the only signs. If you have strong Scorpio placements, you've spent your life transforming. You've, you know, just one transformation after another. And more than any other sign. And it doesn't mean, oh, we're better than any other sign, that your sign's not here for that, you know, or you have other things you're working on. But it's definitely a Scorpio thing. You're never, you know, you're never the same, you know. And for what it's worth, whatever you're going through, and something that's coming in for you right now is something new, and it's going to change you. You've been changed, and nothing's going to be the same. So you have completed some major cycle in a situation, and once you know something, you can't unknow it. The good news about that is it looks like you already know this and you are headed moving forward, but you may be kind of in this stage with that Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where you feel like it's a slow process. All right. You're rebuilding again. So this week could be rebuilding the foundation with somebody. So let's see your person's energy. I see the Ace of Pentacles. You got another opportunity here, taking it slow and doing something completely different, you know, and let's see their feelings towards you. The Emperor card. Somebody pretty serious about you this week. You know, intentions, the Strength card. Leo, Aries energy. We're talking about something getting started this week that is has potential to really, really work long term. You know, so there could be somebody in your energy, somebody coming towards you that just sees you as the golden ticket, you know, that they want to also invest in. It's not you doing everything, but very strong connection here. Let's see what the biggest challenge with them is. The Hermit card. You know, look at all this. You have 4 major arcana showing up for you. You have somebody who's set in their ways, right? And you're trying to lead them in a new direction. So we just had this huge talk, and I feel like the intro, the prelude, was perfect for this reading for you. It's like you don't want to take a step back with somebody. If you're connecting with somebody that you love and you know you love them, but they're just different, they may have had different experiences than you, you've got the light turned on. It's a teacher type of energy. You know, there's a chance here to build this solid foundation with somebody this week, a new path with somebody. But you're going to be taking it slow with that Knight of Pentacles. But this one here feels like it's a path worth traveling, because it looks like one of these that if you have the courage to take things slow with this person, that you could have a long, healthy road ahead of you. But we're seeing the initial stages this week. You know, if you're connected to a situation that you know and you just already know there's no more, it's done. That's that death card where you've got somebody here, an emperor, wanting to come in for some of you. Maybe your person's going through an ego death. Maybe somebody is realizing they've had enough time to realize what you were all about. Maybe you were a year, this can be time. Maybe you were ahead of their time. And now somebody's starting to see what you were seeing. It could be all of the above. You got a lot of major arcana here. So it looks like there's a lot happening behind the scenes for you. You have Virgo, Aries, Leo energy, and another Scorpio energy. What does Spirit want you to know about this connection? And I see the Hanged Man. So if you got somebody new coming around you this week, they're not going to be the same as they were before, but only you can judge that. All right? It is scary to know, it is scary to invest time, because what Spirit wants you to know is this one's going to take time. And the best things take time. It looks like you're connected to somebody that's had to go through quite some experiences to get where they're at too. But you just may have had to go through your own, and you may have been a little bit, you can't rush another person's process. So this week, you may not know what the story looks like yet. You may not be able to define the future with this person yet. But what is for sure, it's showing something's majorly changed with you and another person. I got Pisces here too. So the Hanged Man is looking at things and allowing them to just unfold. I hope they see it for you too. What else can you tell me about this person here this week? Look at this, the Four of Swords. You've had somebody that's been, really just, maybe there's been a little bit of space between the two of you, or Spirit's asking you to just give them a little bit of time to come around. So maybe that's all you have to hear, Scorpio. Give your person a little bit more time. They're coming around. All right. And when we say have patience, you still got to do your own growing and do your own thing. And I would rather be patient for the right one than rush into a relationship with somebody that's going to cause me a bunch of bullshit. You can try on all kinds of different people or wait for the right one. It looks like the right one's coming in for you. Let's see Aries through Pisces. I put your cards away for a sec, but let me keep these up. You have a lot of major arcana. So let's see the energy if you're in no contact with Aries through Pisces, if you're in no contact. Let's see what I get for them. All right, Aries, you got a big sunny hell yes with an Aries. Remember, we're looking at no contact or limited contact, however you want to look at it, right? I don't try on people either. I'd rather be alone until, God gets me in alignment with the right one. And take your time. I've had enough problems in my life. Right? So, hell yes with an Aries. Taurus, I see the Hermit card showing up with the Taurus, right? So right now it's saying no this week, but you got the Hermit card, and it's showing give it time. It's a timing issue with you and somebody, Scorpio. But there's so much friggin' major arcana here that those of you who this resonates with, that would tell me if I was doing my own personal reading, all right, some of us going on almost a decade. That tells me that this is a very, very spiritual process you're going through, and same with your person. And it could be somebody that you're already connected to, but you're just not in the relationship that you see in your ego head. We have Gemini, yes. All right, so be more consistent with you as well. Cancer, I see maybe. I see the Wheel of Fortune. There's a pattern between you and Cancer. So whatever pattern that is, it's most likely going to repeat itself. Leo, I see yes. I see the Judgment. So, you know, look, all major arcana, Judgment. It's like finally realizing some truth of the matrix, you know, and what's important in their life. And we have Virgo. We have a yes for Virgo. We have truth coming in with Virgo. Be ready for the truth. I just got, they have a funny way of showing it. Libra, I see the World card. I see yes. So you may have worked on a long time with a Libra. It looks like they could be coming around. Scorpio, you have 9 of Swords right here. I see the no for another Scorpio, but give it time. It looks like you could be a Scorpio here going through their own life review right now, really regretting some of the things that they've been through. Sagittarius, I see yes. I see the seeds have been planted. The Empress card. Capricorn, I see no. I see 7 of Cups. They don't fulfill you. It seems like right now they still keep their options open. Aquarius, I see the Hanged Man. So give it a little bit more time. I see no. Never wait for anybody. You know what I mean by timing. Pisces, I see yes. I see King of Swords. All right, guys. So Scorpio wanted to go pretty deep there for a minute. You got the seed this week, Ace of Pentacles. Thank you, Christina. Have a great day. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. Not my nose. I hate that. I can't stop doing that. All right, 137. Good timing today. Pretty good timing. Remember, I'm going live today at 4 o'clock. If you want to get a personal reading. All right, let's see. Saggy North Node here too, Miss Cassandra. Right. What's your rising? I love my Saggy North Node. Anything with my Saggy in it, I like. I'm coming back next life as a Sagittarius. We've already discussed this. Scorpio rising. So your North Node's in your second. So many Scorpio risings on this channel. Yeah. You know, they say Scorpio, risings act more, risings are more like the actual sign, you know, than the sun, because you give off that impression. All right, Sag. Overall energy. You have the King of Wands, so you are showing up on your throne, right? So looking good. It's all about you this week. That's what I feel like. It's all about what's your vision. What do you want? You know you can have what you want. That's why I love your sign. It's like when you know it, if you know it, you got it. Fire makes shit happen. You also can burn things down, but it looks like you're in your confidence this week. There could be another fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. I see the Knight of Pentacles, you know, so I do see slow and steady underneath, and I see somebody who's got a purpose with this connection. So maybe you put some work into a relationship as well, or you've been putting work into somebody that you really want to have a future with, your vision. It could just be your vision. But I am seeing here that your vision's starting to come to life. So let's see your person's energy and their feelings and intentions. Look at the Page of Wands. So it's almost like you got the fish hook out, but you're the one in charge. Remember, King of Wands, you're the one that's influencing the situation. It may be slow moving and you hate that, but this is going to give you what you want long term. Because when you get what you really want, the fast, spicy, spunky, on the plane, having sex, mile high club, they never last. But this one here, you lure them in, you can create that kind of relationship in the future. Because once they got you, you know, that's it. You know, you got to keep up with you. And once somebody's with a Sagittarius, I mean, it's just addicting. Now, it depends on where you're at in your journey, too. You know, I know Sagittarius can have their days. You know, I'm generalizing here, but I love you guys. So your person here is showing up as a page, though, and you're showing up as a king. So you got to keep that in mind. It's a slow process. You've got to work this right. You don't want to give them too much right out the gate because they're showing up as a page. They're only going to give back that much right now, which means fun and flirty and sexual energy is there. You know it. But you got to play your cards right with this one. All right, their feelings and intentions. Look at the Chariot card. Look at the speed on this. Somebody feeling strongly pulled towards you. And I see their intentions, the Four of Pentacles. All right. So you got somebody, but you got somebody moving slow to open up their heart. You definitely have them hooked on your frequency. That's why you got to be careful. If you're being ghosted by somebody like this can be a situation where it comes in quick and leaves fast. You can't give them what they want right away. You got to make them work for that. Because you're already building some sort of foundation with this person. They're not letting go of the connection, but it's almost like it's too fast and then it's short-lived. What's your biggest challenge with them? The Empress card. And the Temperance. There it is. What does Spirit want you to know? The Temperance card. Your biggest challenge with them is the kind of growth you're looking for. You're wanting commitment right now. You want to trust this person. Now, I can see right now that you've already got your hooks in them. They got a taste of you. And you have to trust that whatever you did to them is going to move through their blood now, right? They're not going to forget you. That's the Empress card. You've already planted your roots. Let them grow, all right? Let them go do whatever, right? They're a page. They're going to show up that way right now for everybody. If they come in quickly this week, you got to put the brakes on a little bit. I mean, you always get what you want. You have free will. But what I say with that, if you're going to get what you want and let somebody come in, it's very sexual, you got to stay detached as much as possible. Because the more detached, look at, I don't play the game, but I look at patterns. So I can kind of, if I were to play the game, I wouldn't, first of all, they wouldn't be able to play me anymore. I'm too old for that shit. But what I'm telling you right now, you turn the tables on them, you detach from them, and they're going to, the brakes, they're going to hit the brakes and they're going to be like, what the hell just hit me? You got to turn the tables on this one, right? Because they definitely feel a strong pull towards you. Like, I want this. I want you. Let's go. And the thing is the brakes get put on and then you're constantly left there testing your patience, right? Yeah. Yeah, everybody's situation's different. I could have a conversation on that forever, though. So you have to look at your situation, not look at the circumstances, and you have to look at it as you planted a seed and move on. And don't doubt it. You planted a seed, right? And the Temperance card is telling you to keep on moving and grooving. But you got to influence this situation to work itself out for you. You have Cancer energy. You have Aries, Leo, Sag. The problem right now is that you have a strong sexual connection with this person, but you can't trust it to grow. Every time it comes in, you plant another seed, but it stops. and you want to stop that pattern. And that means that you're going to have to chill out with this person, and you're going to have to take control of the pattern that's here. Let's see, Aries. Always stay detached. Until you know for sure, you got to stay detached. You don't want to give your heart to just potential. And obviously, I'm speaking from I've wisened up. I'm not saying I've never got caught up. I'm a sage now. I'm moving into my crone years, all right? Aries through Pisces. Let's see if you're in no contact, if you'll get contacts. What's the potential of getting contact this week? Well, I can see in this reading right here, your person here, the Page of Wands, is telling me that whoever you're connected to, it looks like this on again, off again, or whatever, they're coming back in. But now I want to look at no contact. Somebody that you kind of like know there's a block there. All right. A lot of it's going to say, yes, there's potential, because there's always potential that this person's going to reach out to you. All right. So keep that in mind. We'll see the energy around it. And so just know that this is a potential. Aries, I see, yes, we see the King of Pentacles. So Aries could step up to the plate. You're still seeing slow and steady. It's got a Taurus energy there. So, you know, you may be working on this one. I see no for Taurus. All right, they're restricted right now. Maybe they got other things going on. Gemini, I see no, the Death card. They could be dealing with grief, or you guys have just outgrown each other. Cancer, I see maybe. I do see there's a lot going on. So it could be kind of on again, off again. Leo, I see a yes, but it still may not be that fulfilling. You still may be feeling like you're giving more than they're given. Virgo, I see no. I see they fantasize about you. They think about you, but and you know, the thing is that they may reach out. I'll give it a maybe, but you still feel like there's other options. They still leave you uncertain. Libra, I'm seeing a no. I'm seeing the Hanged Man. They're still kind of hanging back, not sure what the hell they're doing. Scorpio, I see a yes. It looks like it's weighing on them. They want to reach out. Sagittarius, I see a no. It looks like you guys know it's over. Or they're going through an ending right now and they're just not ready. Capricorn, I see, look at this, Page of Wands. It would have been cool if the Page of Wands came up in the Sag, but it came up for Capricorn. Right? So I am seeing Page of Wands, Capricorn, possible flirting this week. Aquarius, I see no. They're still pondering on the past. You know, they're having a difficult time with it, or you know, they may have more going on than you think. Pisces, I see no. And just remember, the moon is saying not right now. It's still uncertain. Things are changing. So don't focus too much on the negative with the Pisces. You never know. Anything's possible. But right now, it shows no. Aw. Hello, Ragbag. All right, I hope I helped you guys. I hope that reading made sense. And, oh my God, it's pouring outside now as we're going into Capricorn. Make sure to hype, subscribe, leave any comments if you enjoyed the reading. All you guys' comments underneath the video really helps the video rotate out there and hype it if you truly enjoyed it. Have a great day, Miss Cassandra. All right, let's move on to my Capricorns. 149. It seems like I was going longer, but I mean, I actually got good time today. All right. All right, so we got the rain for you right now, Capricorn. So kind of cleansing energy. Bring in some fresh energy for my Capricorns. I know, but they're staying right there. They're staying. I like when I go fast, but I don't like to lose the depth. All right. Cappuccino. So I feel like the depth is definitely there today. Right. Clarity. Give me a thumbs up if clarity's there. All right. Knight of Swords for you, Capricorn. So we are seeing a faster energy, things moving pretty quickly this week. This could be lots of decision making, maybe some freedom, some fun, maybe somebody coming in to clear something up. This can bring in some good energy, but the Knights can always bring in, you also have to listen to your moral self, whoever that is, right? Whatever I'm trying to say there, because you can make quick decisions and they might bite you in the ass later. Your moral judgment. Because Knights are fun, but they can be unpredictable, right? And we want clarity. We want good times, but we want to know that it's intentional. I have a Four of Swords, right? So somebody here may have been, given something a little bit of a break, may have gone silent on you, given somebody some time to think. But also I'm getting for you this week, Capricorn, to make sure you give yourself room to think with this energy. Things can happen fast. Your person, Seven of Wands. So it looks like they feel like they need to come clean or defend themselves. All right, you got a tough cookie. Somebody's a tough cookie. A tough cookie to crack. Kind of have they cause a lot of resistance for you at times. Let's see their feelings towards you. The King of Cups. That's why. You got somebody who really feels deeply for you, but doesn't like to let down their guard too easy. And they're fun. These kind of people are fun. This sounds like my energy. Right? Don't fuck with me because I don't care. I may have feelings for you, but you better take your time with me because the second I get a glimpse of something's going to go wrong, I'm out. And that could be your person's problem. They got to work on that shit. So you got to make sure not to get caught up in that. All right? You got somebody who's a charmer, somebody who can make you feel good, make you feel loved. I'm good at that, right? But yet they're very defensive, very protective of their heart. They probably were fucked over in their life, right? I'm projecting them. So you're going to have to use discernment with this person when they come in. Obviously, they're drawn to you. Let's see their intentions. Eight of Pentacles. This is somebody that feels very comfortable and safe with you. And they see your value. But it doesn't mean that your person, it's going to be easy for them to open up. This person can get triggered really easily. All right. That's it. Fun and yeah, sometimes can, act like a kid. Right. But what I like, so the problem, let's see your biggest challenge with this person. The Ten of Pentacles. All right. You may be dealing with somebody who's had a lot of problems with family, responsibilities, work, relationships in general. All right. They may feel overwhelmed with responsibilities right now. Your challenge with them is getting them to commit 100% to you. But the Eight of Pentacles is telling me that they really want to commit to this connection. You're just dealing with a tough cookie. And if too much pressure on this person, you have Scorpio energy as their feelings. This is somebody that'll shut down. And that's not childish. It's just a lot of us have different ways of dealing with pressure. And if they're feeling really close to you or connected to you or falling for you, and if they're in a relationship, then you know it's the problem. So I don't have to tell you that. But it tells me this person here is really wanting to see you. And this week, the Eight of Pentacles is telling me very focused on making it work with you. But you also could be dealing with somebody that has, I don't know, somebody that just puts their work first. And if they're very independent, you may feel like this person is blocking something from you, and they're not. They just may be so independent that you confuse their guards with them pushing you away, with them just feeling overwhelmed with all their responsibilities and the pressure that's on them. What does Spirit want you to know? Queen of Swords. So you are being asked to have discernment this week. It looks like you've got somebody coming back around, coming in to communicate with you. And you already know this about this person, or you feel like this person is somebody very valuable to you. So if you are dealing with a player in this sense, I don't think I'm picking up on that energy. I just feel like you've got to decide how much you're going to invest emotionally right now with somebody. I know you can feel the connection with them, but at the same time, they're keeping their guards up. And you just want to be protective and use discernment when it comes to this connection. I'm going to pull a potential with this. And I see the Page of Pentacles. So it does tell me that you guys are building something solid here, but it does look like it's going to be one of these slow and steady over time. And it is raining hard. Let's see if you're in no contact with your person. Because I feel like a lot of you are there more for some of you right now. Wow. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, very strong in your reading. Leo, Libra, Scorpio. And maybe Taurus, Virgo. That is crazy. This is how Florida goes. You're working too hard for this person. You got to take back your energy a little bit. Aries, I see a yes. You may hear from an Aries this week. It looks like they may have made a wrong decision. You may get that opportunity to start fresh again. Taurus, I see yes. I see the Queen of Swords. So it looks like you and Taurus, very strong energy of coming clean with something. Gemini, I see communication. You both are attracted to each other. Full of potential here, but just remember that. It's just full of potential. You got to protect your heart. Cancer, I see yes, but still casual. Leo, I see hell yes. It looks like Leo really wants to connect with you. Virgo, I see no, still taking time though. So you have the Four of Swords. It feels like somebody really scattered right now, really unsure what to do. Libra, looks like an ending. Ten of Swords. It's time to kind of move on for now. Maybe they are having a hard time with the separation, but it could be too soon to reach out. Scorpio, I see a yes. I see communication. So you're getting this new start with a Scorpio. Sagittarius, King of Cups. So your Sagittarius may be the one that has deeper feelings for you than letting on, but you just got to play it smooth, not, you just use discernment with your Sagittarius. I get a yes. Capricorn, I see a Hermit card. So you have a no here, kind of being by themselves, maybe ghosting you. Aquarius, I see no. I see Five of Swords. You guys, just can't seem to resolve some issue you're having. Pisces, I see no, maybe too soon. The Tower card. Yeah, it's the same way here, Queen Tiki. It's gonna stop any minute right now. It basically rained through Capricorn, and it's gonna be sunny by the time we finish Aquarius. All right, so we are moving on to Aquarius. Oops, I keep doing this. $201. I hope that helped. Sending you lots of loves. Yes, it is. It is fun to play. I said that yesterday. I was like, man, I would just love to go. I think I said it on Friday. I would love to go run in the rain right now. You are welcome, Amor. All right, Aquarius. So we're looking at who's coming towards you. The energy of the week, their energy, their feelings and intentions, okay? And what Spirit wants you to do. All right, Aquarius. So you got the Death card here. Scorpio had the same placement. So maybe you and Scorpio have something in common this week. It feels like you know something. And this can be psychological. You just know, and you can't unknow it. You can't force it to. Sometimes I wish I could go back to sleep. But there's a pattern ending. There's a situation ending. And it's time to move on from it and see where it takes us. It doesn't necessarily mean that your relationships have to end this week. But this card here tells me that whatever's going on or has been going on for you, even energetically, it's come to an end. And we have the spring equinox come in, and we have the new moon coming in too in Pisces. So, this could be a very powerful time for you to see change. Scorpio energy is coming up for you. Your person, the Judgment card. All right, so you're getting Scorpio, you're getting fire. Fire actually rules this card, but Scorpio in a lot of ways too. It's the truth, realizing some truth. And this isn't about judgment either. No judgment. Once we realize the truth, you don't sit there and beat somebody up or beat yourself up about it. It's actually the best moment ever. It's like a huge awakening here. Clarity coming in. And we're looking at your person's energy. So they could be making an important decision this week. Very important decision with these two cards. That could be moving on from something. Something's changing for them. They're outgrowing a situation. Their feelings towards you, the Ten of Swords. Their intentions this week, the Ace of Cups. So clearly I'm seeing here there was a breakup or an ending and something had to change between you and another person, or somebody just feels like if they don't make a decision, they could lose you. Because their intentions is the Ace of Cups, which is they have love here. They still want to see where something goes with you. Now, this could be somebody leaving a situation, or they're waiting for you to leave a situation to make something work. You may have outgrown each other and you guys outgrow a situation. You may be adapting to a new type of relationship this week. Can we find forgiveness? This is a heavy forgiveness. When you get the Ten of Swords as feelings, this is somebody that feels, betrayed, squashed. They've given it so many tries that they just don't know what to do. But the Judgment, the Death says, sometimes these painful moments in our life awaken us to true love. Could be your story this week. Let's see your biggest challenge with them. The Two of Swords. They've been indecisive for quite some time. It feels like they go back and forth, very inconsistent. You've been waiting for this person to finally be real with you. Are we going to move forward, or are we going to end this? It looks like a big, fat, huge decision this week to decide whether or not we are in this again or we are leaving this. But it feels like the Death card tells me you both know it's time to let go of something that is not serving either of you. So this could be a huge, huge reconciliation with some of you. A huge. But it also can be time to let go so that we can find love for some of you. You may be choosing the most difficult decision is to do what's best. Even though your heart may be involved or somebody else, it looks like a very difficult week when it comes to making this ultimate choice for my Aquarius. All right. But it is time this week, the Ace of Cups, to let love in, because that doorway is opening for you. So whatever this painful ending was for you, that's over. The Sun is here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. The Nine of Wands. My God, Aquarius, you've been through the ringer. So Aquarius, you've been tried a lot. This situation may have really, and you have some thick skin, and just don't give up. It looks like some of you have another go, and you and another person really are having some huge friggin' epiphany. One of these once in a lifetime kind of things. So for some of you, it's not going to resonate. And I'm sorry if somebody needs to hear that. For some of you, it could be the most painful decision that you're dealing with. Do we give up or do we keep going? You guys have free will. What I will say is that the Death card is saying you both know in the Judgment that it's time for something. So let's see Aries through Pisces. And if you are in no contact with somebody, let's see what the potential is. This is just potential for no contact. All right, so meditate on your sign who you're in no contact with. Remember this part, no contact's difficult because you could have been no contact for a long time. I believe anything's possible, and that's true. You should believe that too. Anything's possible. Stay open to expecting the best, always. But with that being said, we're looking at the next 7 days, so it's potential, and let's look at Aries. I see no, but I'm going to give it a maybe with this one because the Seven of Cups is saying, there's potential for them, but they're keeping it uncertain. You could still feel like an option, or it just feels like, you're just not getting the decision that you're looking for with this person, right? So, going back to this reading up here, you may be the one that decides, look, I'm not an option. Taurus, I see no, but they're hesitant. You may receive it. It's just delayed. They're watching what you're up to. Gemini, a little bit more patience, but I'm seeing a yes. they're working on the courage. They're working on it. They're working on whatever they need to do. Cancer, I see a yes here. I see 7 of Pentacles. They could be making plans with you this week, or you know, thinking about reaching out to you, making plans to see you. Leo, I see the 9 of Pentacles. I see yes. Just know that they still are conflicted with being independent and doing their own thing and being in a relationship. Virgo, I see yes, but keep your options open. It looks as though they're still kind of keeping their options open too. Libra, maybe it could be on again, off again. The Fool card does talk about that. Yeah, it's a fresh start, but if this is something that you've been dealing with for quite some time, it could be the same thing, a lack of commitment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scorpio, I see no, they're still dealing with difficulties or hard time adjusting to the situation or something they're going through. Sagittarius, I see a yes, but maybe in time, right? Looks like they want to reconcile, but maybe it's too soon. There could be another relationship going on. Capricorn, I see yes. They even may be more consistent. New rules. Aquarius, you see yes, the Emperor card. So, you know, this is a strong one. You got, again, this could be a very divine feminine, divine masculine type of reading, the reading I just did for you guys. Especially with the Emperor coming up too and the Judgment card. I mean, there's something powerful for some of you that you're going through this week. Pisces, I see yes, they're reminiscent about you. I see 6 of Cups. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that reading. Do you guys like the little flowers I add? This is, I got to change this after. Have a great day learning. 75 by Friday. Yeah, we were in the 80s yesterday, and we're going to be cold the next few days here. All right. Thank you, Lisa. So I'm changing this after this week, but I'm going to keep some of the green up for March. But I put the flowers in because we're getting close to the spring and Easter and Pisces. 2, 12, 12. All right. All right, Pisces. Pink, thank you. That's right. Pink flower, full moon. And I have cherry blossoms. Those are cherry blossoms too. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to find my creativity. I love my owls. I'm keeping my owls, but I need to find a new, you know, maybe for spring. I'm not sure. Maybe some, but I love my owls right now. I do have my bee. There's my bee. So we could put that there. Me too. All right, Pisces. You got the Knight of Swords showing up for you. Overall energy. All right, Karen. So this week, there's some sharp turns and quick decisions and a lot of information coming your way. So you're going to have to weed through who has pure intentions. All right. And then it is what it is with the Knight of Swords. And sometimes we can get ahead of ourselves with this kind of energy. And you could be dealing with people who are defensive. Try not to take things personal with other people if they get triggered. You know, same with you. You know, if you feel like too much is coming at you at once, slow down. If you feel like somebody's coming in again, trying to throw a fast one, you know, you gotta slow down. Because this could be a week people returning and they have everything under the sun to say to you and then make all these promises. And some of them can be true. Some of them can be full of shit. But I got the Sun card underneath there. So to me, it feels like a lot of clarity coming your way. So either way you look at it, you're either going to know who's full of shit or who's not, because you're going to see the truth, right? But I do see a big smile here with the Sun card. Like, to me, it's growth, it's clarity, it's happiness. There's, and a very strong fun energy. So maybe things really lightening up for you. We do have your new moon coming up. So maybe this is a really good time for you to set your intentions. All right. Set your change the batteries in the BS detector. You guys are better than I am when it comes up with these sayings, right? Thank you. All right, your person, the Death card. All right. Well, let's see. Something's changed in their life. Something's ended in their life. Maybe they, gone through some sort of major epiphany. I don't know. The Death card, that can be, I gotta be easy with that one, because if your person has gone through a lot of loss, right, we gotta send them some love. But it's something's transforming them, something's changing them. Once you see what you see, you can't unsee it. And that's your person. How do they feel about you? Right? They're having a difficult time with what's going on with you guys. If they're apart from you, or you got a party going on in the house and you haven't invited them, this is somebody here that's wanting to come back around. That is correct. So I'm picking up on somebody that's missing you. I'm picking up on somebody that's starting to realize what they had once it's gone. I'm picking up on somebody that thinks you're having it better on the other side. So if they think that you've moved on, or if you've just been kind of distant, or they made the wrong choice, they took the wrong turn somewhere, you got to make sure you're getting all the information before you take somebody back this week. We are in a retrograde. I'm also seeing, though, this could be, because I don't tend to pick this up, and I forget that this is a possibility, guys, that somebody is ending a situation that they know is done, no bueno, and they're wanting to be invited into your home. This is somebody that wants to come home to you. Their intentions this week, Page of Pentacles. So this could be too. Remember, the Page of Pentacles coming in, a lot of promises with that Knight of Swords, a lot of good promises. And for some of you, it looks really good. It looks like somebody is being sincere. Somebody may want to, take it slow. I just want to take it slow. I know maybe I hurt you. Maybe I rejected you, or maybe I just didn't see what we had, whatever the reason is, or maybe I was just having a difficult time and I'm slow to advance. So I do see somebody wanting to reach out to you, wanting to get things started with you. If this is somebody that you've had a pattern with, just be aware of that pattern. That's all I'm asking. Because that can be one of the most sincere apologies. Like, I really understand you now. I understand what I was thinking. I saw where I was wrong. I saw where I was focusing in the wrong places. I saw what I need to change, or I saw, I just didn't see. Now I do. What's the biggest challenge with this person for you? The Knight of Cups. You fall in love instantly, Pisces. I'm your Scorpio water sign, and I want to come over there, and I just want to hear my toes, my heels tick, 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 and then smack you on the back of the head and then give you a big hug. You just fall in love so quickly. And yes, Scorpios are cold sometimes, but we're really not. We just can detach quicker. And I feel like my Pisces, I always find Pisces Moonies in my life. And you guys are the worst. You guys are no, you're the best. You're the best. Let me say, but you just get caught up in your fantasies, and they're beautiful, and you're so romantic, but you need a friend. You need to phone a friend during times like this, because you forgive people so quickly. and you fall in love. And some of you might be dealing with a player, somebody just getting out of a relationship and rebounding, somebody who definitely wants to be warmed up in your home. Now, there is a strong energy here of somebody that really wants to build something with you. But going back to that Knight of Swords, you're definitely going to have to evaluate a situation this week because somebody can really sweet talk you. What does Spirit want you to know? 5 of Cups, all right? Some of you really hurting. Some of you really grieving. Some of you really missing somebody. And some of you very vulnerable right now. And so it's easy to take advantage of this energy. So protect your heart. If things are happening too fast this week, that's your sign to slow it down. If somebody really wants to stay with you, they will be just as happy to slow it down. And on the flip side of that, this is true for some of you. If some of you need consistency in a relationship and you need texting, a person who really wants something with you will text you as many times as you need until you feel safe. And then you got to chill out, right? Some of us with anxious attachment. All right. So just know that those are signs. All right. People who love you will validate you for some time, but they will want you to learn how to trust. So if you're in no contact, oh, of course you never forget you're a water sign. But you just forgive out of all 3 water signs, I think my Pisces, you guys can bite like a bitch though too, but you guys forgive so easily. I have Pisces 7th house. I become part of my relationships. I lose myself in relationships. And these are just general statements too, guys. All right. Aries through Pisces. Oh, yeah. Aries, this is no contact, okay? So this is potential. If you're in no contact, this is just pure potential, okay? Because depending on your circumstances, obviously there could be other things going on, right? So just keep that in mind. Aries, I see no right now, but give it time. You got the 4 swords. They just need more time to regroup. Taurus, I see no. I see right now they seem to be moving on. Gemini, I see no. I see 10 of Swords. It looks like something is ending, or they just are just not ready. Cancer, I see yes. They're not giving up on this. 9 of Wands. Leo, I see yes. I see Queen of Swords. Use discernment. Virgo, I see yes. Use discernment, but I do get apologies coming in. You got Leo and Virgo with the justice energy. Libra, yes. 3 of Wands, so you could see some movement. Scorpio, I see no. Right now it's uncertain, so don't get stuck on the no, though, because the moon says things are changing. Sagittarius, I see yes. I see Knight of Wands, but you see that fire energy coming towards you. Capricorn, I see no. They're still mourning or having a difficult time with the past. Aquarius, I see yes. I see the star card, right? Stars are in alignment for you guys. And Pisces, you got the King of Pentacles. You have a yes. So I do feel like you have somebody really stable and somebody very valuable coming your way this week. But you're definitely going to have to use discernment. Yeah, don't take anything I say as nothing is ever certain and nothing is ever, they're generalizations of all the archetypes, of all the characteristics. And everybody, who knows me knows that I look at the whole entire chart. I even look at a little bit of human design. You know, I don't know, I don't dive into that too much, but I do take it into consideration. And I also take in laws of assumption and the behavioral patterns. I'm glad you guys liked it. Thank you. And I'll see you guys at 4 if you guys want to read in. I'm going to go take a break, and I'll see you guys. I will do another All Signs Friday. Fridays are going to continue to be the one card pull. Take care. Thank you.